Hello Mason Patriots, welcome to another episode of Beyond GMU. Today I'm joined by another lit student. Her name is Bria Lloyd. Bria has held 2 internships, one at NBC Washington and one at a local TV station, WDVM. At NBC Washington, Bria was a street team member, and at WDVM, she was a newsroom intern. So let's welcome Bria Lloyd.
Hi, Manny.
Hi Bria, thanks for being on Beyond GMU.
Thank you for having me.
So if you can tell us what you did at these internships at NBC Washington and WDVM.
Yeah, so at NBC it was events. So I would coordinate events, I would make phone calls, plan them, organize them, all of that every week, and then I would go there and I would set up the event, facilitate it while the event was happening, and then I would tear down. And then at the events there would always be live shots happening. So I could help with those live shots, set them up also. And then I also got to watch as they would edit some stuff and put that in to the newscast. And then at WDVM, every day I was out there in the field. It was an amazing experience. It would start, I would go in at around 9 o'clock, go into everyone's a news meeting. And then after that, we would probably go out at about 11 o'clock. Film our B-roll, get our interviews, and then hopefully be back around 2 o'clock, and then edit everything, hopefully have that done by about 3 or 4 o'clock, and then it'd be ready for the newscast at 5 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, you have experience at 2 different media companies, and you're learning 2 different things as well, because one, it seems that at NBC was more like coordination and management, whereas in the TV station, you're actually, work kind of like a reporter and, kind of contributing with packages and everything. So what do you think about these skills? How do you think they're going to help you in the future?
Yeah, definitely. So I think that having both of these experiences taught me that I can do both or either. They're both very fun things to do, and they're very different, but I feel like you kind of need to know everything. So it's really nice that I can do that now. So if I get a job, I can say, yeah, I can, be on camera, or I can produce also, but then I can also set up, an event or manage something. So that's probably what I learned.
That's great. And how did you get these internships? Because, these are hard things to get for some people.
Yeah, they're definitely really hard to get, and for me, they were not easy to get. I remember last spring, if I can remember this exactly, I sent in about 48 applications to places, and I had about 4 interviews out of the 48, and NBC Washington and WDVM being 2 of those 4, and luckily I was able to get 2, and it worked out really well because NBC was only 1 day a week, and then WDVM was 2, so then I was able to do both, and then also work and do classes.
Okay, awesome. So you're able to get your foot in the door in both companies and progress. So that's why I applied to as many internships.
Yeah, apply to as many because you never know how many doors that you could open. Honestly, I would apply to more than less because they are hard to get. But if you apply to a bunch like I did, I think you're guaranteed to get one.
And is that one of the biggest things you've learned? What's been one of the biggest things you've been able to take away from these experiences?
Definitely. You just have to keep pushing, keep applying. And also, follow up emails. After you apply, always follow up and just check in because that has always helped me, and that's probably how I got these as well as by following up.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing all that information.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We'll be back with more Beyond GMU. Stay tuned. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to more of Beyond GMU. So let's get to know more of Bria. Bria.
Yes.
So you're a comm student.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
What made you want to major in communication? What was it? Were you always interested in media? Have you been obsessed with television, films, movies?
That's such a hard question because this is actually my second major at my second university. So transferring, I was originally studying fashion in New York City, which I had dreamed of doing since I was probably 8 or 9 years old. And then once I did it for about a year, I realized this is a really great field, very dynamic, very interesting, but not something that I really want to do for the rest of my life, more of a hobby, I'd say. So then I changed majors, and I think I changed because in high school, this is something that I loved and I enjoyed. So I think that's why I became a comm major.
What do you think of students that are, having difficulty deciding what they want to major in? There's a lot, everyone has that moment where they're like, oh, I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know, what I'm going to end up doing, how things are going to end up being. So have you been in that position before?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think everyone kind of goes through that. What do you, what am I good at? What should I do? And all that I can say is that I've experienced a lot in the past 3 years, and I feel like I wouldn't know what I want until I tried. So honestly, try something, and if you don't like it, that's okay, because you can always try again. So failure, I don't think is, it shouldn't deter you. Failure always helps me. So if I try something and then I fail at it, that helps me find something else.
Do you mind sharing social media with everyone?
Yeah, so my social media is at Bria Lloyd, so at BriaLloyd for Instagram and Twitter.
What about LinkedIn?
LinkedIn is just my name, so Bria Lloyd. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Bria.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, thank you, everyone. And this has actually been this is the end of the first season, so thank you so much.
I'm glad to be a part of the finale.
Yes, so just say bye to the camera. Woo! Bye. Bye, everyone.